Done a couple of bits since the last video. Can't see it very well through here, so I'll go around the back. There was some bits of plumbing that I weren't sure on. I've got one pipe left up here that goes from there to there, so I just need to make a pipe for that, which I'll get on with very shortly. There was some pipe work up there where you can just see that new pipe, that new Jubilee clip that I've made. That was the old pipe was pretty bad, so I made a new pipe for that and got that done. One of the old intercooler pipes, which actually had been rubbed a hole through, so we sent this away, which has now been repaired. It's an aluminium pipe. Blew some paint on this. Obviously the sister pipe to that is this one, so obviously we're going to have one silver pipe and one red pipe, which I'm not very happy with, as daft as it seems. But anyway, I'm going to take this pipe off, I'm going to prep this, and I'm going to paint that silver. We're also going to take these rubber pipes off, run these through the blaster and get these back down to the original material, so they're not all covered in paint from when we painted the engine. This is probably going to get done again anyway, and I may even take these rocker covers off both sides and prep these and paint them as well in a different colour, just to break it up a little bit. There's an awful lot of red going on there. This was just a quick blast some paint on it just to try and tidy it up, but I've never really been overly happy with it, so we're going to do something with them. Also going to take this pipe off, which feeds up into the back of the turbo, this intake pipe. We're going to do the same with that. I'm going to paint that in silver as well. I have ordered a new gear stick gaiter from Scania, because you can see this one is all ripped and pretty nasty. So we're going to pull that off and get that ready for the new one coming. We have now also painted the fuel tank. Just bear with me, I'll take you over here one sec. So there's our fuel tank, now nicely painted. We did this in a base coat and lacquer. It's come out really well, nice and shiny. We are going to be putting a new piece of pipe on there, so we're not too bothered about that. Well, that looks pretty good all the way around. That's now ready for going on. We still need to do the brackets and the straps. These have been prepped, they want some primer putting on them. And we're going to be doing these in red, along with the straps in red. And then we're going to be replacing these rubbers, because these are pretty bad. Look a bit tatty, so we're going to be putting some new ones of them on. So let's get cracking, let's get these pipes off, let's get some prepping and paintwork done. Well, that's not a great start. So the first Jubilee clip I come to undo is actually snapped off. So we have to get the grinder now and very carefully snip that Jubilee clip, or trim it off even, without damaging the pipe. So I'm going to go and find the grinder and very carefully try and cut this Jubilee clip off. Right, so bit of blasting done there. We've got our pipes cleaned up, and that should look much better than they did covered in red paint. Both of them done. Also painted these in silver, not come out fantastic. There is a bit of pitting in there, what the shot blasters pulled out, bit of corrosion. Obviously these are old pipes, so they're never going to be absolutely mint, but I think they'll look better done in silver than, again, all in red. And there's our other intake pipe. There's a few dents in this, but it'll still serve its purpose. You won't see any of that once it's on the truck. And again, I think that's going to look much better matched up in silver with the rest of them. I've also got our other two pipes there, which have now got back to some form of colour again, rather than being red. So we've got all these pipes back on now, and you'll probably notice there I've scraped the paint off the top of the Scania sign because I think it looks a bit nicer. So I've just sanded the paint off the top of that to bring it back down to its silver. I also ended up taking this rubber off and cleaning all the paint off that as well, because that was also covered in red paint and I didn't like the look of it. So all this is now done, all fixed back up, all into here, and then we've got our intercooler pipes which go all the way down there and down to the other hoses which we seen on the previous clip that we'd also cleaned up and took the paint off. So with that now done and looking much nicer, we probably will do some more detailing on this engine, like I said, probably take these rocker covers off and do something with them at a later date. But for now, I'm going to turn my attention to this heat shield, which is rather mangled. So this needs to come off and be straightened up, and also this bracket here has been bent, so that's going to want folding back in and re-tack welding onto there. So we're going to whip that off now. I'm going to get it on the bench, give it some smacking with a hammer, try and straighten it up best we can, and then obviously that'll have to be painted again. Right, so I've hammered some of the dents out of this and I've just run it through the shot blaster just to get some of the crap off it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw some primer on it and just blow it in some silver paint. There's still a few little dents and stuff in it. It's not perfect, but at the end of the day, it's just an exhaust heat shield. It'll serve its purpose and it looks a lot better than it did. Certainly not going to buy a new one. It's not at the top of the priority list for this truck at the moment. So I'm going to get this primered and painted now and hopefully get it back on the truck. Right, so we've got the heat shield back on. Again, it's not perfect. In fact, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to leave that silver yet. Might even do that in satin black. Doesn't look great, but it is hidden under the cab and it is just covering those exhaust manifolds. So it will serve its purpose. Take you for another quick look around this side. Again, that is all them intercooler pipes on. All our pipe work cleaned up. It looks a hell of a lot better. We'll continue to do bits and bobs on this. I have got the new gear gator which has come, which cost me £170 from Scania. Can you believe it? For a piece of leather. Hindsight, really, I should have got one made, but it's just simplicity of speed at this point. And there wasn't really much left of the old one to use as a template, which is actually here, which is all completely knackered. So it is what it is. Expensive for a piece of leather, but we had to pay the Scania tax on that one. So again, we're going to leave this one here, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us a share, drop us some comments, and we'll see you all on the next one.